Oh, yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm excited to bring you a review for the new Marvel Legends Target exclusive Defender Strange from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So this is a special deluxe figure that includes not just the Defender Strange character, but this very big portal ring behind him that I guess he's supposed to look like he's stepping through, and it's being sold exclusively at Target. I know they've been selling it online on their website. I don't know if they're coming to stores or not. I imagine they probably are, but I haven't seen any on shelves yet. Now, as Multiverse of Madness is not yet out, we don't know too much about this character other than he's apparently some multiversal variant of Doctor Strange who appears to be of some sort of high regard. And if I remember right, I believe he's seen like defending America Chavez somewhere near the beginning of the movie and may end up meeting his demise soon after that. But I don't know, it's all just speculation on my part. We'll just have to wait until May 6th to find out. That being said, if you've seen my reviews before, you know this goes. We're going to take a look at Strange's packaging. Then we'll open it up. We'll check out the figure itself. We'll check out all of his posability, the details, play with his accessories. Naturally, I'll be doing some group shots and comparisons today. And then at the end of the video, I'll give my final thoughts. So this new Defender Strange comes in this large Marvel Legends packaging. It's extra wide to fit this big old portal ring in the back there. And you can see the character's got a very interesting getup, almost futuristic or alien in appearance. And it may not be obvious from the front, but he has a completely different hairdo. He actually has his hair tied back in a long ponytail. You can kind of see it right there. We'll get a better look at it out of the package. You got one set of alternate hands that look like just closed fists. And then the hands he comes packaged with seem to be more like spell-casting hands. On this side, we get a render of the character. You can see my box is a little beat up in the corner, which is unfortunate. So you get a really nice look at how he's going to look in the movie. He's got a very different bit of facial hair. Instead of having like a full goatee, he's got a little soul patch and then just a long mustache. And then again, you can see his hair tied back. Very interesting. I don't know if I dig that look. He kind of looks like Trailer Park Doctor Strange. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it's interesting. You do want a variant to look somewhat different than the standard version. Otherwise, it's just very repetitive, especially when it comes to toy collecting. So, bigger shot of the render here. You can see him cast his little shield spell. And then here, our flavor text says, Doctor Strange is Earth's foremost magical defender, safeguarding our dimension against supernatural threats from across the multiverse. I mean, that's generic. I mean, you could just say that about the regular Doctor Strange. I'm not really sure how that applies specifically to this variant, but okay, I guess. So, the packaging, I will admit, not the most exciting out there. It's just a really wide version of the regular packaging, and I do think the write-up is kind of generic and boring. But I presume they don't want to give any movie spoilers, so they're trying to keep it vague, which is fair. Marvel and Disney very tightly guard plot points and tend to freak out when things get spoiled, so I can see how Hasbro doesn't want to anger them. Okay, so that's the box. Now let's go ahead and open it up and play with the figure itself. Okay, now we can see our figure out of the packaging. So we have the main Strange figure itself with his open hands. We have his alternate hands, and one of them is a completely closed fist. The other one's actually a weapon-holding hand, interestingly, though he doesn't come with anything to actually hold. It's also got the hinge on it, like turned 90 degrees, so it moves up and down rather than in and out. Not sure why. It seems like there should be something for him to wield with that hand. Maybe it was cut late in production or something. Maybe he was going to have some sort of item to hold. Not sure. Very strange. Get it? Strange. So we can see the figure itself. Now this figure is interesting. So it's got your standard double ball jointed head. It's got your ratcheted universal shoulders. It has ratcheted bicep swivel, which is interesting. Can't say I've seen that before. He's got his double bend elbows. See right here. He's got universal wrists. He has what would normally be a ball joint right here in the torso, except it's not a ball joint. It's a universal joint. And it's also ratcheted. I've never seen that before. Is that something new? I'm not sure. It's a first for me. Normally, they either have like a ratcheted ab crunch like this, or they have a ball and socket where they get like a full 360. This guy just goes either, front and back or left and right on a ratcheted motion, so that's very different. And then on top of that, he also has the ratcheted waist. Right there. He's got his universal hips, though they can't lift very far because of his robe. He has a kind of mid-thigh swivel right here. Legs can go back and forth. He's got the double knee bend, as you'd expect. He has a boot swivel, kind of like the other new Doctor Strange mold for the Multiverse of Madness. And then he has ankle rocking and ratcheted rotation. So, I don't know. He's a bit different. And again, I haven't handled a lot of Marvel Legends figures. This may be nothing special. It just might be something I haven't encountered yet. I'm sure if you guys are familiar with them, you'll let me know. So yeah, he's very posable, aside from the clearance issue with his robe. And he looks pretty good. I think the figure pulls off the whole ponytail look better than the render does. Kind of looks like a Ninja Turtles character right here, doesn't he? Like a foot soldier. I don't know. So, pretty cool looking. We can go ahead now and swap in his alternate hands just to see what those look like. So, on the right arm, we get the item holding hand. And the left arm, we get the closed fist. I don't know if I can get that out. There we go. So, here we go. So, I'm not really sure what you would do with these. The fist is cool because you can, do something dramatic, but this is kind of useless to me. I really don't know why he has that hand there. Kind of pointless. All right, now let's look at this portal thing. Now, I had assumed that this was made of some kind of a soft, rubbery plastic. It's not. It's actually made out of a very solid, hard plastic, which is really shocking to me because I would think there's no way these little spiky bits here would ever pass, like, child safety tests. I mean, they're not particularly sharp, but they can definitely put an eye out with enough force. I'm really surprised they didn't make this out of, like, a rubber. I mean, I'm not against it. I think it's cool, but I'm really, really shocked because I know that, as far as I'm aware, all of Hasbro's toys that they release, at retail, have to pass child safety standards. So, I don't know. I'm not complaining. Maybe I shouldn't even bring it up. Maybe someone will catch it and they'll do a running change and ruin it. But I like it. I think it looks really good. I love the paint effect, how it goes from pretty much all like fully yellow paint and then it just has a gradient going up. It's kind of asymmetrical there to make it look more like, some sort of naturally occurring energy. I really dig it. And it's a good little backdrop to have this Doctor Strange just kind of stand in front of. Or you can get creative and have him, coming through the portal. You could have other characters jumping through the portal. All sorts of fun things we can do with this. And here's a really fun group shot of our Defender Strange with all of the other figures that are specifically from the Multiverse of Madness movie. So we have a regular Doctor Strange, we have America Chavez, Wong, Master Mordo, and then the Build-A-Figure from those guys' wave, Rintrah. So this gives you a good idea of what the movie cast is going to look like. I think they all just look really good together. And having these two together actually makes sense because they are different variants of one another, so they can, exist simultaneously. What's really weird, and I just realized this, there's no Scarlet Witch figure. You would think with the massive part she plays in the movie, and it's not like, her role in the movie is a secret, she's in all the trailers. Isn't it really weird that there's not a Scarlet Witch or Wanda figure at all? In fact, I don't think there is any figure of MCU Wanda in her, proper Scarlet Witch getup yet. That just debuted back in WandaVision. Up until that point, she just kind of had, generic, red outfits. I wonder if there's a specific reason for that. Maybe they're saving it for later. Maybe they'll do, a second wave centered around the movie. Or maybe there's some sort of contractual thing. Maybe they can't do Elizabeth Olsen in toy form for some reason. Maybe she doesn't consent. Because I don't... Is there an MCU Wanda figure? I don't recall one, but, I also don't know the series very well. But that is an odd omission, because she is, one of the major characters. It's got me thinking something's up there. I don't know, I'm sure we'll find out here soon enough whenever the movie premieres. Hopefully we get one eventually, because she's got a very, very cool design in the MCU, and I'd love to get a figure of that. And this completes our look at the new Defender Strange from Marvel Legends. I do like this figure. I think it's very cool. It's got great posability, great sculpting. It's a really neat alternate take on Doctor Strange's design, especially when it comes to like the weird ponytail and everything. And I love the portal ring behind him. And it looks like his fingers were designed specifically to look like he's actually summoning a portal ring. So it works out really well and has a lot of potential for display pieces and photography because you could have all sorts of characters coming through that portal. So it's a really nice little bonus. That being said, I do wish that this set included more to justify the price. Because really, you're getting the Doctor Strange toy, one extra pair of hands, and then apparently that portal ring is supposed to justify like another $10. I would have liked to see a little bit more, maybe an extra set of hands or something, or an accessory to hold in that weapon holding hand. It's still kind of boggling why that's there, but there's nothing for him to actually hold on to. So that would have been really nice. You know, give him just a little more to flesh out the price. Doesn't make it a bad release by any means, but I do feel the value could be a little higher for what you're paying. Other than that, I think it's really fantastic. I think it's very cool. That whole portal ring thing makes it very unique and awesome. So I recommend picking this up. Even if it's a little pricier than I'd like, I think you'll enjoy having this if you are a collector of, you know, Marvel Legends, especially the MCU stuff. Hopefully they'll be easy to find. I mean, usually Target exclusives aren't difficult to find. There are some exceptions. There are some that kind of come and go very quickly, but a lot of them tend to hang around on the shelves for a while. So once he reaches saturation, it should not be difficult to pick him up. And I'd recommend it. I think he's a very, very cool design. Really neat alternate take on a very familiar looking character. Of course, that is just my opinion of this figure. So now I want to know what you all think of it. Do you think this is a really cool release? Are you sold on the whole portal ring thing? Do you like the outfit, the sculpting, all that stuff? Or do you not like it for some reason? Either you just don't care about MCU figures, you don't like Doctor Strange, or some other reason. Any and all feedback, as always, is welcome in the comments section. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to toss it a like. Let YouTube know you want to see more stuff like this. If you do want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you always get a heads up when I post something new. I thank you for joining me for this look at the new Marvel Legends Target exclusive Defender Strange. And with all that said, I will see you next time.